So this is a Pioneer CLD-D925 LaserDisc player. It's one of the most popular models that Pioneer ever made because it's the last generation of machine that they made. After this, they went on to the LaserDisc player combi DVD players like the 909, 919, which is essentially the same machine but with an MPEG board in. Now, I actually bought this off eBay as working, and surprise, surprise, it's got an issue. As I say, these machines are very common. They also have common issues like belts failing, and there's a typical example of what you would hear on a machine that's got a stretched or failing belt. I've actually loaded a disc into it and it's struggling to move the carousel up and down to read the disc. So as you can see, we need to change the belts on this. So we'll just take the disc out while it's open. I mean, you've got to love a LaserDisc. Even in this day and age, seeing something like that come out. So what you usually find with these machines is when they don't have a disc loaded, they actually perform as they should. But as soon as you put a disc in, they don't like it. So let's open this machine up and change the belts. So usually on these machines there's two on either side and then 3 screws on the back. So on these machines, if you can't physically open the tray, which we can on this by powering it up, there is a way to do it manually, which I'll show you anyway. It's just going to be a little bit awkward to pick it up on the camera, but in there let's have a look. You should be able to just see, I know it's a little bit dark, but there's a white cog there. So if you turn that cog, so if I'm turning this cog that way, like so, you'll see that the tray starts to open. And then you can grab hold of it, pull it until it gets to the stops at the end. And then on either side of the tray, if I can see where they are from up here, I don't think you can see them because of this here. If I just tip them on the side, you should see we have a clip there just underneath this chassis rail. And likewise on this side, another one there. So these two clips here, you just push them both in that way, and while you're doing that, push with your fingers against the clip and the whole tray will just slide forwards and you can pull it out. And that means now you can access where the belt is, which you can probably just see it there. No, I don't mind the camera's doing that, ignore that. So you can see the belt is here, and that's what we need to change. So you can see it's nice and simple, just pull the old one out, and you can see it's all disformed. It's almost oval where it's been caught. Obviously stored for quite a while because it's got quite a little kink there. We'll just get a new belt and pop it on. Hopefully you can see that. We're now ready to put the tray back on. The tray is just a repeat of before. You just line it up onto its guides. Make sure it's square as you push it. And these two clips here, line them both up at the same time. Gently push it so they both click at the same time like this. And you should find that it's now square to push all the way back. If it isn't square, then the mechanism will struggle to open and close. So if we power it up now, we should get an idea of if we are working or not. Let's put some power in. Because the part that always struggles to lift up and down is this, when the belts are failing. Obviously, once it's got the disc loaded, it has to lift the disc up, which is a lot more weight for it, and that's when the belts slip. So we'll test it now. There we go, no problem lifting that up. And the money shot. How can you not like these old machines? There's just, I mean, why would you want to stream when you can put a big ass disc like that in and watch it? And then here's the money shot on these machines, where the laser physically moves all the way around onto the top of the disc to read it. It travels along here, comes up in the back there, and then comes along here. And that's how it does both sides play without swapping the disc over. So now it's just a case of pop it all back together. So it's just the same as before, just pop the lid on and the few screws. But other than that, that machine's good to go now. So I hope you enjoyed that. Nice easy fix to keep these lovely old machines working. See you again in the next one. Bye for now.